Good morning, folks. I definitely had what I would call a warning dream this morning. Maybe a warning dream slash rapture dream. I guess I'll title it as such. I don't have a lot of dreams that I really remember. I'm sure a lot of you are like that. That's very common. But this morning I had one that was very real, and it was kind of creepy. Um, yeah, I'll start off. This is actually the second time recording this video because I realized once I turned the camera off that I had forgot an important detail, and I'll share it. But anyway, this is the end part of the dream that I kind of remember before waking up, and it's very clear in my head. And that's how sometimes I think that certain dreams are from God, because a lot of times a dream will just be fleeting. It'll just leave. It's not important, but I've been up like 2 hours now since, and I just wanted to make a quick video to share it with you, and maybe some of you people can interpret it if you like to listen to dreams. You can also share your dreams with me in the comments. I'd like to know if anybody's had anything similar to this. Yeah. So, so the part where I remember where the dream started, or the first part of my memory, I'm walking into a club, and it's like I guess I'd call it a bar or a strip club of some sort. I never really partook in those things, but growing up, I did struggle with lust and alcohol, so it's kind of interesting to start off the dream. I'm in this bar slash strip club, and I say strip club because there's a lot of women in there, and it seems very promiscuous. Definitely seemed sinful, if you will. So I'm walking in here, and there's a lot of women around the place, and I knew some of them somehow. I recognized some of them. Um, and I'm walking around this club, just kind of socializing, and I noticed a lot of people are looking at me, and it's kind of smothering in there. There's a lot of people. I feel like somebody's on my back, like kind of maybe directing me where I'm walking or something. It was weird, but I didn't see a person behind me. I just kind of felt that way. Um, Felt like I was kind of being guided, if you will. Um, but I can't say for sure that there was somebody in there. Maybe it was just a feeling I got. I don't know. But I'm definitely walking around this place, and I see all these women, and I'm trying to socialize and maybe talk to a couple people. I'm not sure. Just it's just kind of regular, just in this club, just whatever. And I noticed it's smothering in there. It feels there's a lot of people in there. It feels very like crowded, and I kind of wanted to get out of that space and kind of move to another area in this club. And all of a sudden, I had an overwhelming feeling of I had this thought. I don't know if I said it aloud. I think I may have said it aloud in the club, but it was definitely a feeling for sure within. I said, "Oh my goodness, Jesus, God is about to shake the earth, the world." And as I said that, I felt a little shake. Now, this is the part I left out in the previous recording of this. Now, the reason I'll let you know this is because I forgot to tell you. I'll tell you now. I recently had another dream where I said the same thing. Jesus is about to shake the earth. Anyway, so this is the second time I realized in this dream that this has happened. I said, "Oh goodness, God is about to shake the world." I just said that. I felt a little shake, and I felt this urgency to get out of this sinful club because I knew I did not want to be in this stupid little club when Jesus came back, because of it being sinful and whatnot. I just knew I had to get out of there. Uh, and so I tried to make a dash for the door. And boy, you best believe, as soon as I did that, all those people started hanging on to me, started pulling me back. They weren't letting me go. And this one guy I worked with previously at a job for a few weeks, he was in there actually, um, and he was trying to talk to me, like say something. I don't remember what it was. Um, while these people were kind of holding on to me, but yeah, they were definitely grabbing onto me, these women and people, and I was like stuck there for sure. I couldn't get let go. But all of a sudden, yeah, I'm let go, free. Maybe it was Jesus, let me go in the dream because I realized that he was coming back and he wanted me to get out of there. That's the only way I can interpret it. So anyway, um, yeah, I'm let free of these people somehow, and I start heading for the door, and I get out of the club, and I'm not sure where I'm at. I'm not sure if there's anybody with me. I feel like I'm walking alone, and I walk down the street from this club, and I'm still walking, and this is the part that's kind of funny, and I don't understand dreams. They're random. I'm walking down this street, and this YouTuber guy slash athlete YouTuber, Logan Paul. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Um, yeah, he comes out of nowhere and he sees me, and he starts arguing with this guy, um, and they're right behind me arguing, and somehow I get caught up in that too, physically, and I can't. I'm like stuck there. I'm trying to keep walking, and I get caught up. I feel like maybe I at this point I have a backpack on me or something, and it got entangled in their little dispute or something, and I can't let go of that. Like just like the club, I'm trying to go, and I can't. Um, so anyway, that's about the point I wake up, and I'm free to that, I guess. Uh, I got free to that. I started walking, and then I woke up. So, very weird dream. So I don't know how you want to interpret that, but in short, I'll summarize it again in like 30 seconds here. So I'm walking in the club. There's lots of women in there. I knew some of them somehow. Um, start socializing a bit. I start feeling crowded and claustrophobic, and like they're grabbing on me and stuff like that. And I felt like that a little bit. Yeah, they weren't really grabbing on me yet, but I felt like I needed to move, get out of there. All of a sudden, I realized Jesus was coming back to shake the earth, and then I felt that urgency to get out of there. And then once I felt that urgency to leave, that's when the people really started to hold on to me, and I couldn't get out. All of a sudden, I got out again. I got freed from those people hanging on to me, and then I walked out of the club, walking down the street. There's Logan Paul, fights with the guy. I get stuck in that too. I get freed from that, and then I wake up. So yeah, there it is twice. Uh, I have no clue what to think of that other than a warning dream. Kind of flee from sin, flee from the two things that kind of have always kind of brought me down growing up: lust and alcohol, I guess, partying or whatever. Um, try to stay away from those things, I guess, is what I get out of it, because what two things are more common inside of a bar or a club? That's what goes on. Those two problems: drinking and uh, fornication and stuff like that, lust. That's my interpretation, and also that the rapture may be very soon, because this is the second dream lately, and I don't dream a lot of stuff like this. Second dream lately where I had the same thought, and I knew the same thing intuitively in my soul, that God is coming back to shake the earth. That's it, guys. I mean, that's the dream right there. But this is definitely the second time I've had um, knowledge of Jesus coming back, and He's about to shake the world. Uh, yeah, so I just wanted to share that. Uh, I don't have a lot of dreams, but this is one I felt worth sharing. Uh, I listen to a lot of dreams and stuff like that. I find it interesting. Uh, I guess I'll get off of here, I guess. But yeah, we should always use stuff like this as a reminder that God is coming back, and we should always try to be ready. Be ready, you know. Um, I think this was a dream from God. I think He was trying to break me free of this world. I'd like to think that that's what it was anyway. But the Lord does say in the end days He will pour out a Spirit on many people, and that people will have dreams and visions. I've had like one vision, I think. It might have been a dream as well, of a fireball heading towards me or the earth. I don't know. I woke up real fast. I think I was like half asleep. Was one of those ones. You know, when you wake up real fast because you're falling, that kind of feeling. That's what it was. But I guess we should take this as a warning. You know, that we know God is coming back because He said soon. 2,000 years ago, He says He stands at the door and knocks, and all the signs are here for the 7 year tribulation to begin. People will say, "Oh, there's always been signs and wonders. This is nothing new." Well, that's true, but have they all been happening all at once like they are nowadays and ramping up like birth pains? We've had more earthquakes this year than I think we've probably ever had. We're more aware of it as well because of the internet and stuff, but even the earthquake specialists, people that follow these things, are blown away at the amount of earthquakes we've had lately in diverse places, as the Bible says, and that means in places that doesn't really happen that often. They're ramping up like birth pains. You're seeing them all over. You can get a you can get a earthquake app, and it will ping you, notify you every time there's a new earthquake. And I heard people get these apps, and they have to delete them because that thing is just pinging all day. It's just going off nonstop, no matter where you set the location. It's so annoying. They just got to get rid of it, shut the notification off. That's how many earthquakes we're having. You know, when Turkey had their earthquake recently, they didn't just have one. There was many side aftershock earthquakes, if you will. Uh, Not just one and done. So, well, that would make my dream true right there. God did shake the earth the other day, and He has been, in that sense, earthquakes and stuff. So maybe they're just going to ramp up more. Euphrates River is dried up, or is drying up. Another end time prophecy there. Um, this is serious, guys. We don't want to be here for that tribulation you read about. And if you believe in the pre-tribulation rapture, and that's kind of where I lean, I don't believe we're going to be here for all of that because we're not appointed to wrath as Christians because Christ is in us and Jesus already took the wrath, took the punishment on the cross for the world. Those of us that are in Christ, And I'm trying to walk this thing out myself. It's not easy. Um, what else? I'm trying to think of some other things that are going on. Oh, yeah, I got sidetracked. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think we're here for the 7 year tribulation, 7 years of tribulation. The way I understand it is those 7 years of horrible tribulation, the worst time on earth that man has ever seen. That's for the Jews. If you read the book of Revelation, that's the time for the Jews to come back to the Lord and recognize Jesus as their Messiah, which they have failed to do forever. And the Bible explains that the Jews will be saved, so there is hope. And we know the Jews are going to be saved, but they're going to have to go through some things. And I just don't believe that we're here for that. But if you read in Revelation, um, you realize that the rapture comes at the end seal, the sixth or seventh seal. That's when God's wrath is poured out. And the argument some people I've heard is that they think that Christians are here for part of the tribulation and then they're raptured up before the last part of it, which is I believe, the seventh seal. Um, but if you read Revelation, I mean, to me, the whole thing sounds like wrath. So I don't know for sure, guys. Uh, it all sounds bad. We need Christ no matter what goes on, really. Um, but I've heard the whole book of Revelation sounds like wrath to me. I mean, tormenting stuff, like horrible stuff. I I can't think that just the end is God's wrath and not the whole thing. It all sounds like wrath to me. Maybe that I think maybe that the worst of His wrath is at the last seal. Um, I don't know though. I'm not a Bible scholar. That's just how I understand it so far, and I hope I have it right because I don't want to be here for that 7 year tribulation. I want to get rescued up with all of you guys, I'm sure. So I'm hopeful that He is here soon. Definitely feel like I'm just hanging on. Uh, I'm hopeful though, you know, hopeful for His return. And I don't mean just hanging on like I'm done with life. No, I love life actually. I love to wake up and do life. Although, things aren't perfect right now. At the moment, I know that that's the way things are sometimes. Um, no, I love to live. Definitely all about life. Um, I'm just open. My eyes are being opened lately to how evil the world is. So I think God's kind of showing me that, and I definitely don't have like any more like ties to the world. I don't. Um, I'm trying not to have a foot in the world, if you will. Uh, the Lord says, "Be not of the world," and I definitely can see the Lord working in me to make me be more about God things and less on the world. Uh, if you told me a few years ago we're gonna get raptured up, go to heaven, I'd probably want to stay here. Probably be a little nervous, but now I'm okay with that idea, and I hope that happens. It says in the Word that there will be some people that don't see a physical death in the end times. The ones that are raptured up. And if I had to guess, if I was a betting man, I would bet that we are those people. I don't think we will live out our full days. Some people get sad about that. I am happy about that. That's just like Elijah. He, I think he got raptured. I think he was one of the ones that didn't die a death. The Elijah. I think he got picked up. Anyway, guys. Yeah. Who do you think will be the two witnesses? Uh, that's interesting right there. Always wondered about that. I always kind of thought Moses would be one of them, but some people have said that, well, Moses died, and I looked that up, and yeah, he says he died at 120 um, in Moab, I think. Some people don't know where. I guess people don't know where his burial site is. Sounds like God hid him or something. I'm not sure on that. Some people have argued on that whether Moses was taken up by the Lord or if he died. I don't know why people are arguing about that. It says it in the Bible. He died 120 at a ripe old age in Moab. So we know Moses died. And I guess I've heard that the two witnesses have to be two people that didn't die a death that got taken. So I don't know exactly, but it's interesting. This has been a morning ramble, a morning dream, and a bunch of other stuff. So I guess I put it all into one. Figured why not. So I'll get off now and I'll check back in with y'all later. Love y'all. Good morning, by the way. Uh, Almost morning coffee time. And catch you later. Bye.